Hello everyone, it's Lauren here, only Shade Drops. It's not Monday, but yesterday I didn't do any, so today we are getting Eurovision news. There's a shitload to talk about, so I am going to be very quick on this intro. Before I start, don't forget to put a little like, subscribe, follow me on social media, Blue Sky, Instagram. This helps me a lot in the off season. And we got so many news that I can't do like a big ass intro. Let's just go straight to the first news because we want to be on the roll here when we get to the really interesting stuff that's happening. Last week we had a news that Céline Dion was supposed to perform in Basel. Well, this week a representative of hers denied that and said that she was never scheduled to attend, perform, or present at this year's contest in Basel. Quote, Céline was not in Basel, nor did she ever plan to attend, perform, or present at the event. Furthermore, contrary to certain claims, she does not own a private plane. What is accurate is that Céline was invited to record a brief video greeting for the occasion, which she was happy to provide. Alright, so that is already a news that we got out of the way. Right after we got some informations about Vidbir, German Nenov was nominated as creative director for Vidbir. So Spin announced that. And you know, Vidbir is like the Ukrainian national final. German Nenov, he is a director for various TV shows and music videos. He worked on the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 as Ukraine's creative director. 2023, that's the staging for Tvorchi, right? I think that's it. That was a pretty one that was pretty well done. So he has also experience at the Junior Eurovision Song Contest, having been the nation's creative director for his performance in 21 and 22. In 2024, he directed the staging for Luxembourg's entry Fighter. I really liked that song. Don't know how I felt about the staging though, but it got them a very good result. Left side, I think, was Fighter's result. So yeah, this will be the second time that German Nenov will take on this role. And he promised changes in the format and structure of the show. He'll be responsible for creative and visual content. He says, quote, I have repeatedly spoken about my dream to make Vidbir a truly Ukrainian Eurovision, and I believe that step by step, even if it is difficult, with such a team and synergy at every stage, we will achieve this, and this year's Vidbir will be truly unique. Vidbir will be in February, and the winner is gonna go to Eurovision. Now we're gonna get into some national final news with the Festival da Cançao, and we had an exclusive from ESC Discord who learned some of the changes. One artist will be determined by an online vote starting tomorrow. Semifinals and final will include online voting, and the most interesting news is the winner is not obliged to go to Eurovision 2026. So it's a bit like Sanremo. All of these are Eurovision national finals, amongst other things. Being a Eurovision national final is a bit of a secondary thing there for Sanremo and now for Festival da Cançao. So I am wondering, is this, there's also a rule about that now for Benidorm that I'll talk about later. Is this to like keep doing Festival da Cançao while preparing for a potential withdrawal if Israel does not participate? I am just speculating. This is not confirmed. The only thing that is confirmed is that the winner of the Festival da Cançao will not be obliged to go to Eurovision. And that's very interesting and very unexpected. We'll have more news about this today, I think, so I'll cover that in my next Eurovision news video. That is really interesting news. Alright, some news from San Marino. After their tantrum, they just confirmed that they're participating to Eurovision 2026. They also will bring changes to their national final from what I saw. The competition, will be now modeled on the Eurovision Song Contest and feature 2 semifinals and a grand final. They also have a new head of delegation, which is Denny Montesi. He took Alessandro Capiccioni's role, who had it since 2008. Also, they will have an ambassador in the name of the one and only Valentina Monetta, who represented San Marino 4 times. So, national final for San Marino, they're back to Eurovision. I'm curious to see what they got for us, because they managed to qualify this time, second time this decade. That's already equaling their previous record of qualifying 2 times in a decade. Maybe a 3rd time this year. I'd be happy for them if they do so. Okay, so now this one is very important, as this is one of my favorite Eurovision countries that I've been missing so much. North Macedonia is discussing a Eurovision return. According to the minutes from a meeting of the MRT Program Council on August 27, MRT received a request from the public to review a possible return to Eurovision. The minutes read, "The return of the Republic of Macedonia as a participant in Eurovision is also a request from some of the citizens who contacted the Program Council via email. Their arguments are that it is good for the promotion of the country, Macedonian musicians and authors, as well as the high viewership that this music competition has." Ivana Efremovsky, member of the Almaty Program Council, further assessed that a public debate should be opened on this topic in order to appropriately examine the public's interest in Macedonia's return to this event. And they had discussed it last year, but rejected it due to lack of money. Maybe this year they can have a solution, given that there's that artist Bobby Andonov who expressed some interest. Maybe if they send him, he could like finance some of it himself. Eurovision is a little bit of a mess right now. North Macedonia's return is like, I think it's someone on Blue Sky who posted like North Macedonia returning to the contest be like, and that gif of the person coming with pizza only to find the house on fire. It's kind of like that. And yeah, we'll see what will happen with North Macedonia. Now we got some news about Albania that is not really good. So RTSH, the Albanian broadcaster, they're struggling with debts, and new management prioritizes Eurovision obligations. So the article is like that. Annie Vasily has confirmed that the organization is facing a severe financial crisis. Vasily described the situation as a catastrophic situation of debts and obligations, which has left many contributors unpaid for months. She assured that the new management is doing its best to manage the situation, with the immediate priority being payments owed to the EBU for the Eurovision Song Contest. She emphasized the importance of these payments, stating, quote, "Of course, there is a prioritization of the payments at this moment, and we are trying to pay some international obligations first, some of which have not been paid since January 2024. Such non-payments would put RTSH in the position of losing its partnership with the EBU and participation in Eurovision, or the loss of many television rights." She added that the board of management will take a closer look at the broadcaster's internal debts, with the finance department expected to take decisions. So this reads a bit like Bosnia a few years ago when they started having those debts. We know what happened with Bosnia. I am hoping the same will not happen, because according to the board of directors, the broadcaster, they are facing debts totaling 6 million euros. So I don't know how they're gonna fix that. I hope that they will manage to, because it would be a real shame to you to lose Albania for Eurovision. And right at the same time as we got this news, not right at the same time, but like a day or two after, but El Haydadani, who's now in charge once again of Festival Ikenges, revealed some changes. And so she confirmed that once again the public and jury will pick the winner of the competition. The public will vote through an app for the first time. And in addition, the production value of the contest will grow once again with a larger set for the 64th edition of the contest, While RTSH will build anticipation around the contest by having a pre-contest TV podcast show, which will bring the artist and the contest closer to viewers. The song submission is open right now, the window, and it will close in around 14 days. So I don't know, you have these changes to Festival Ikengas, and at the same time we have like doubts about Albania, if they will be able to pay their debts in the future or not. Looks like they could participate in 2026, but what about the future of that? I don't know, it's a bit worrying. Alright, now we're gonna get to serious matters, which is Israel's participation. And I am gonna start here with the comments from BBC's Director General about Israel's participation. So, quote, "We're very aware of the concerns. It's obviously a well-debated topic and difficult. At this stage, we're supportive of the EBU's work. They are going around discussing with members, working through all the processes by which they would be satisfied to make a decision one way or the other. At this stage, I'm supporting the EBU's work and they need to get on with it." He added, "Eurovision has never been about politics. It should be a celebration of music and culture that brings people together. We need to see what the broadcast union decides." My dear Tim Davy, I'll have you know that Eurovision has been created for a political purpose, and that right now it's getting political anyway, because letting Israel participate is a political move, and banning them would also be kind of a political move. So it is right now about politics, and we cannot avoid that anymore. So the BBC will keep on playing silent right now. And well, we'll see what comes after. Maybe they'll change their mind at some point, but it's a bit sad. Alright, news about Iceland. RUV may withdraw. RUV is the Icelandic broadcaster from Eurovision if Israel is allowed to compete in Vienna. So they confirmed earlier that they're planning to compete to Eurovision in Vienna, but if Israel is allowed to compete, they said they may withdraw. So the Director General of RUV, Stefan Eriksson, commented. Stefan Eriksson, I think, sorry. "I think it is likely that if there is no change in EBU's position and does not respond to these voices of concern coming from us, from Spain and Slovenia and others, then that will call for reactions from these broadcasters. But let's just wait and see. We have serious doubts about the conduct of both the Israeli public broadcaster and the Israeli government when it comes to Eurovision, and we have expressed these concerns with the EBU that the rules of competition are being broken." They confirmed, the Director General confirmed that RUV has not formally demanded that Israel be excluded from the contest. Right now, they say that they may withdraw if Israel is participating. They did not say that they will withdraw. But knowing Iceland right now, I believe them. If they say that they may withdraw, I think when the time comes, and if Israel is allowed to compete, I think they'll also withdraw. But now, we're gonna get to the countries who said that they will withdraw. Alright, let's start in a bit of a chronological order here. So we're gonna start with Ireland. A few days ago, RTE, the Irish broadcaster, confirmed that if Israel participates to Eurovision 2026, they will withdraw. In an official statement, they declared that it is RT's position that Ireland will not take part in the 2026 Eurovision Song Contest if the participation of Israel goes ahead, and the final decision regarding Ireland's participation will be made once the EBU's decision is made. The broadcaster justified its stance by adding that RTE feels that Ireland's participation will be unconscionable given the ongoing and appalling loss of lives in Gaza. RTE is also deeply concerned by the targeted killing of journalists in Gaza, the denial of access to international journalists to the territory, and the plight of the remaining hostages. So Ireland became that moment the second country to announce that they will withdraw if Israel takes part to Eurovision. Right after them, who did we get? The Netherlands. Avrotros, the Dutch broadcaster, announced that they will not participate if Israel is in. Their statement said, human suffering, the suppression of press freedom, and political interference are at odds with the values of public broadcasting. In recent months, Avrotros has engaged in regular consultations with the EBU and other European public broadcasters regarding the future and nature of the Eurovision Song Contest. These discussions have also given extensive consideration to whether Israel can be represented under the current circumstances. The Eurovision Song Contest was founded in 1956 to bring people together after a period of deep division and war. Since its inception 70 years ago, music has been at the heart of the contest as a unifying force with peace, equality, and respect as its core values. Avrotros can no longer justify Israel's participation in the current situation, given the ongoing and severe human suffering in Gaza. The broadcaster also expresses deep concern about the serious erosion of press freedom, the deliberate exclusion of independent international reporting, and the many casualties among journalists. In addition, there is proven evidence of interference by the Israeli government during the most recent edition of the Eurovision Song Contest, in which the event was used as a political instrument. This runs counter to the apolitical nature of the contest. These circumstances are incompatible with the values represented by Avrotros as a public broadcaster. The broadcaster has therefore decided that participation by Avrotros in the Eurovision Song Contest 2026 will not be possible as long as Israel is admitted by the EBU. Should the EBU decide to not admit Israel, Avrotros will gladly take part next year. Pending that decision, all preparation will, for the time being, continue as planned. So that's the third one. After Slovenia and Ireland, I am not counting Iceland yet because they said that they may withdraw. They did not confirm that it's like 100% sure that they're withdrawing. Now we're going to talk about Spain, and we just got that a few minutes ago, but let's go back a few days ago. The Minister of Culture had called RTV for Spain to withdraw from Eurovision if Israel participates. Then we got some additional details on Benidorm Fest, which included the fact that Benidorm Fest will go on with or without the participation of Spain in Eurovision. Yesterday we learned that Jose Pablo Lopez, the president of RTV, was to propose to the RTV board of directors that Spain withdraw from Eurovision if Israel participates. And we got the news today that RTV will not participate in Eurovision 2026 if Israel participates. This is huge. This is a Big Five country. The agreement was approved by an absolute majority of the corporation's governing body, with 10 votes in favor, 4 against, and 1 abstention. The broadcaster also confirmed in a statement that this decision will not alter the plans concerning Benidorm Fest 2026. So right now, we are 100% sure that Spain, Ireland, Slovenia, and the Netherlands would withdraw if Israel participates. We know that Belgium is not taking a decision yet. VRT, which is the Flemish broadcaster, would like to withdraw, but next year is RTBF, the French-speaking broadcaster from Wallonia. So they did not take a decision yet. We're waiting for December. And we have also Iceland, who may withdraw if Israel takes part. We don't know about anything else. There are rumors that say Portugal, but as long as Portugal does not express clearly that they are going to withdraw if Israel participates, I'm not going to include them on that list. So that makes it so many countries. And if more countries join, will the EBU risk the sake of the contest just for Israel participation? And if Spain and Netherlands withdraw, and also Spain is one of the biggest contributors, The Netherlands is like the 6th biggest contributors. The cost of participation will grow, and a lot of countries already can barely afford participating. So you're going to lose even more countries due to that. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna get into Eurovision without semifinals just because the EBU want to keep Israel in? This is getting ridiculous. You know my position from the start. From a while ago, I've been saying that Israel should not take part to Eurovision, and I am going to stand by it, no matter what. I think it's a scandal that they're even allowed right now to participate. So I hope the EBU will make the right choice. I'm very curious to hear your opinions in the comments. Please leave a little comment, tell me what are your feelings about this situation. And thanks all for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please put a little like, subscribe, you can follow me on social media, Blue Sky, Instagram, you know the drill. I will see you later. Bye bye.